Hello, everyone. So let me just start by saying my name. My name is sometimes very confusing for people. So my first name is Khaled, which stands for the immortal, and my last name is Alostath, which in Arabic stands for the teacher. So basically, I am the immortal teacher. That's Google translation of my name. I am a self-certified teacher. Currently, I teach English in Turkey, teaching a small town high school students. And for the last couple of months, I have been trying to run away from K-12 and join university. So wish me good luck with that, please. I am also a Maxic YDA professional trainer. Maxic YDA is a qualitative data analysis software and mixed method software based in Germany. I'm a proudly one of ELINET seminar coordinator network. And today I'll be talking briefly about Magic School AI, which I have become a trainer with really recently. Today's agenda for our workshop, we'll have some warm-up activities a little bit. I'll be talking about pedagogy and technology in the classroom in both higher education and K-12. I'll be talking briefly about best practices for AI. I'll be talking and showing you one of the most used tools that I have used this year and last year, which is called AI. We work through it like step by step, and then I'll be open for any questions that you have. Please feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I'll get back to them at the end of the session. Let's get started. First thing I want to mention is that while I love using AI and its tech is really, really significant, I think this quotation is one of my favorites because it's not AI without teachers can do nothing. So everyone who remembers his own education remembers teachers, not methods and techniques. The teacher is the heart of the educational system. I wanted to draw attention to this point because some people think that with AI they can replace teachers. However, I disagree. All right, let's play a little game together. So raise a finger if in the past month you have. Right, you should show your hand to the camera when you raise your fingers. All right. So if you use any of these things, please raise a finger. All of them. Okay, all of them, all of them. All of them. Wow. Okay. Right. Very good. Very good. Very good. Nice. So I think AI is already here. It's not something new that uh, it does not come with ChatGPT. And one thing I want to mention from the very beginning of this conversation, I'm not talking about ChatGPT today. It's not even in my presentation. So ChatGPT is not my thing. There are lots of materials, lots of resources about ChatGPT. It's very useful, indeed. However, it's not a topic that I'm really interested in talking about today. There are lots of opportunities, lots of AI tools that we can talk about, and I'll do my best to introduce to you some of the best tools. However, ChatGPT is not one of them. I'm sorry to disappoint anyone who thought I'll be talking about ChatGPT today. So the second game, it's called Which One is AI? All right, I need you just say or in the chat, write which one is AI. Which one do you think is AI generated? You can write, you can speak as you wish.
Number one.
Number one, like the boy or the girl?
The girl.
I'm gonna say the boy.
The boy. All right, we have the boy, we have the girl. Okay, girl. All right. Can we have like a couple of more ideas, more answers? Boy, both of them are edge. Okay, this is interesting. Okay. All right. All right. So the girl is AI generated. All right. Like when it comes to human beings, it's sometimes it's really hard. Can we take it like another level, a little bit more difficult? Which one is AI generated? The forest or the sea? Sea, forest. Mm, okay. Yeah, it's really hard to tell sometimes. All right. The answer is the sea. All right, let's take it. If you love animals, and I guess most of us or all of us loves animals, which one is AI generated? Right, the one to the right. Okay, right. Ginger one, right. Left one. Okay, I have lovely answers in here. But like natural. That was my first guess. What both of them look the same thing. All right, let's see. It's the ginger one. All right. So if you want to have a brain break with your students, this is one of the things that you can use in the classroom. My students really love it. I use it in like during rainy mornings in the classroom because everyone is sleepy and I want to wake them up. So this is one of the ways that you can do that. They have even some more materials or more professional development materials for teachers on how they can explain these concepts for teachers and also at the same time uh, for uh, for students. Okay, right. Let's play for another game. I want you to please to join me at this link and use this pin code to enter the game. Okay. Yep, you have the password in here and you have, can I put the link in the chat? Yeah, absolutely. I can put the link in the chat. Just a sec. Here you go. All right, let's have some fun. Uh, right, or you can use this one. Right, it's on the screen now, the pen. This is the pen that you need to use. I'm sorry for confusion. Wait for more people to join. Okay, let's start on 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. No one likes teaching online. Most people prefer, uh, yeah, you have to log in, I guess. So you have to log in. It's not necessary to log in. Actually, you can just join to this link and just the password should be enough. Right. So for the first one, interesting. So most people prefer to teach in person. Okay, let's go for the second one. Okay. Okay, interesting. All right. Next one. Okay. Yeah, we love the questions. I think that's one important part of being a teacher. Love to answer questions. Okay, one of the questions before we go to something more advanced. Okay. Okay. That's well, my initial prediction was bookworm would win, but okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so this is you have 1 minute to answer this question. When you hear the AI, what really comes to your mind? So there we go. It can be anything you want. It can be a person, a thing, a lesson. Is that so? Okay. Plagiarism, that's a very good word. All right. Uh, Elon Musk double checking. All right, this is really interesting. Board systems resources. Resources like the least. Right. The reason I asked you to do this is that Kerpod is one of these AI tools that I have been using a lot recently in my classroom, and it has been really helpful in reducing the amount of time I work and on preparing lessons, and it's more interactive. For example, my students would prefer the day I tell them, listen, guys, today is the day we're going to use our phones. This is a very positive day in my teaching, and everyone prefers to use their phones nowadays rather than using just the curriculum or the regular book for everything. So this is one of the tools that I would like if you can explore it in your free time. It does not take a lot of time. It also provides you with lots of professional development. materials for you as a teacher. Also provides you with materials for students on like how you can work with these things with your students, and at the same time, they're sharing nowadays. You can get certified to be a professional trainer with them. These are some of the AI opportunities that I would like to talk about today. I will not be talking in details about this one. We have another platform I will be talking about in details. Now I'm just gonna close this one. I'm gonna go back to my presentation, but we will get back to this at some point. And please, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat, and I will get back to them at the end of the session. Okay. Right. What are the characteristics of your learners? Last year, when I had my self-certificate course, we had two different groups of learners. We had Gen X and Gen Z, and they were both of them in the same class. And it was really hard to make a balance between Gen Z, who prefer technology, and Gen X, who does not really figure out technology that much. With all due respect, because they are not, they are like more practical people than Gen Z, quote unquote. When you think about your learners, I'm sure some of you teach in K-12, some of you teach in university and higher education. Which characteristics of your learners that comes to your mind at the moment? Like, do you teach Alpha, or do you teach Gen Z? Do you teach Gen Y? Do you Gen X? I don't think you have Boomers, probably, and silent is silent. But in the chat, you can write, or you can just say, you can open your mic and say you can join the conversation. Gen Z, Gen Y, and Z, all right. Gen Y, Gen Z, Alpha, okay. Right, if you were to think about it, which generation or which generations are the hardest to deal with? Which ones are the most challenging? Why is it? Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. Okay, anyone was okay? This is a very valid point in here. Okay, so in the last couple of weeks before to prepare for this workshop, I have been asking teachers at my local school and in my district about the characteristics of their learners, and this is the summary of what they have said. They're open-minded because they especially when it comes to Gen Y and above. This is what they have said. They're realistic. They love technology. They are designers. They prefer visual forms instead of just the book. They're tech savvy. They have short span of attention, unless they're using their phone or their laptop or their iPad or their iPod. They're mostly interested in digital materials. They're more global. They are easily can get bored from everything and anything, but they're also researchers, and they are highly connected to each other and to the world around them. So there are like the pros and cons of being of these generations. There are good things and there are bad things, and of course, our job now is to find a way to make a balance between all these things. So as I was using LinkedIn and other platforms, I've seen lots of these things, lots of materials and advertisements for the best ways of most effective ways, and the 5 ways to use drones in your classroom, for some reason you have to use that in your classroom. And it was very interesting to use a journal in my classroom. It will be like really distracting to my students rather than focusing on the lesson. So there are lots of these things available on the internet, and the more you read, the more you get confused about which are the best tools to use AI in the classroom. And every day, believe me or not, some people use the drones in their classrooms. So it's really interesting to see all these things evolve every day on a daily basis. Every day there are new materials and new tools and new AI tools that we witness, and it's really hard for us as teachers to keep up with all these things. There are a few principles I think these are the most important ones to keep in mind when we want to engage our learners in the lesson. But you see this sign in here, technology versus pedagogy. When you think about it, which one do you think comes first? Is it pedagogy first, then technology, or vice versa? I would love to hear from you. You can write in the chat or just you can. Pedagogy first, okay. Pedagogy first. Okay. All right. So I think we have a general understanding that pedagogy comes first, technology comes second. Integrated, right? This is a very good point. We cannot nowadays. It's really hard for us as teachers, as educators, to separate them. But that does not mean that technology should come first. So these are principles I think are very important to keep in mind when we plan and when we think about our lessons. We have to set a realistic context or real life context to learners, and I think AI helps a lot in this, and it helps us in many ways. In making connections with the context that we bring to the classroom and personalize it with their lives. And at the same time, it should be challenging. It should not be very easy, something that you can easily do. And feedback is really a significant part of teaching. And the more you see AI tools, the more you see that they give feedback, but whether this feedback is really solid, does it really is it really formative feedback, or is it summative feedback? Does it really help us as teachers and as learners or not? So these things we need to keep in mind. And some of my students, they have problems in they're shy, they're easily confused, because I teach English as a foreign language, not as a second language, and they don't have much exposure to English, so they feel really scared when speaking with people. So our jobs as teachers is when we design our lessons is to eliminate any effective barriers that they might harden their language learning. And I think technology might help in that. We'll be talking about this in a bit. And as you see, you have to choose interesting topics, and you have to add element of fun. And I think element of fun can be added using some AI gamification in the classroom. This would add that. I've seen this tweet on Twitter the other day about whether AI can replace the learning task. And obviously, this is the wrong question. I think it's how does AI change this learning task? And this questions is like invitation for us as teachers and as educators to think about how we can personalize and also how we can differentiate our learning tasks for different students in our classroom, especially if you're working with a mixture of students or students from like refugees or students coming from different backgrounds. All these things we need to think about them as we prepare our lessons. And I think AI has a great potential in doing that. All right, let's dive a little bit deeper now with AI in the classroom. So I'll be speaking for both K-12 and I'll be speaking for higher education. So this is some, not all, this is some of the AI tools that being used nowadays in classrooms, from pre-K to unlimited, to after university, to teach at university, and between pre-K until, I don't know, until no end, obviously, or across all of them. So there are so many tools, and for the last year, honestly, I've been trying to use I've been experimenting with 2 tools every day. And it was really hard to do that. It was really confusing which one is more efficient for teaching, which one I can use in the classroom. And it was time consuming to rely on all of them in the classroom. It's not possible to rely on all of them in the classroom. So you have to pick the best ones to implement in your classroom. But still, this is really hard to do that. So the more, I mean, I'm not sure if you have used any of these tools before, but if you have, they'll be asking us a question like a little bit later on, which AI tools you have used. I would love to hear your experiences on that. I'll not be talking about all of them, obviously, but I'll be talking about some of them. I think we talked about triple earlier today. We talked about would you rather, which one is AI. But before that, I'll talk about the best practice of using AI. Bias is really relevant, and the lack of accuracy in AI is really a big deal. The other day, I asked some of my students to use AI to write a biography about me, and they Googled my name and ChatGPT, obviously. And I am not a teacher, according to ChatGPT. I am an actor. I mean, I wish, but I mean, I'm not. And I was born in a country that does not exist, and I am, according to that, 70 years old or something. So accuracy and bias and AI tools highly must be checked. We need to double check that because especially if you're working with kids or young learners, these things sometimes should not be get out of hands. The 80-20 approach is use AI for initial work, but you should do most of the work or add your own touch to the materials, review for bias and accuracy, and put a context to your materials, personalize it or differentiate it according to your learners. And your judgment really matters when it comes to AI generated materials. Again, it's a starting point. It's not a final solution. And you should check with your school's guidelines. I've heard a lot about schools banning using AI in the classroom or ChatGPT in their schools. Where I teach, they don't know much about AI, sadly, and they are not really interested, which is really alarming a bit, that they are ignoring the great potential of AI. So some schools, they have like I followed so many people on LinkedIn and on Twitter, and I've seen like most people like in the US and the UK and New Zealand and in Australia, they have a great focus on AI and in EdTech. Nowadays, so many conferences happening and going on all over the world. However, where I teach, there is a limited access to these materials for some reason. Again, you should know the limits. Especially with ChatGPT nowadays. I promised myself I'm not going to talk about ChatGPT, but it just keeps coming to my mind that most AI tools they are have been trained by humans, and sometimes they are not updated. So you have some topics are not mentioned. They have not been giving input about these things. So you have to know that you have to have your own touch and protect the privacy. Avoid using your students' names or any personal information about them. Some AI tools would include them. So one of these AI tools I'll be talking about today does not include any personal information, even if you miss it and you be like by mistake you have included that. Am I good in time, Jason, or is it good so far?
Well, you have 1 hour. I believe there's still time for some questions and answers.
Great,
maybe
great.
we'll
I still have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah, please carry on.
Thank you. Okay, right. How AI can be of a great help for teaching and learning. So SSS stands for students and TS stands for teachers. When it comes to students, students can use AI to be their personal tutor, regardless of the topic or the school subject that they want to learn about. They can provide feedback on their writing. I have a couple of students nowadays, they're preparing for the IELTS exam. They're high school students, but they're preparing for IELTS exam and they want to travel to the UK. And for at some point, they have stopped asking me for feedback. And when I asked them why, I was like pretty intrigued. Like they have stopped asking us nowhere. And it's like, teacher, we are using ChatGPT now to give us feedback. And I was like, I miss you asking me questions. I miss giving feedback. So it's good, but I think as teachers we need to follow up on that part as well. We should not let them we should apply the 80%, the 20% approach even with feedback with the students. AI tools can provide them with the new styles or techniques with their learning and their writing. For teachers, it gives us a lot of less time preparing materials. It helps us in creating materials really easily. I'll be talking about this in a minute. Formative feedback and assessment for our learners. It boosts our creativity in the classroom and by providing us with many opportunities to bring a new change into the classroom. And it is something that we all as teachers and as students and as educators is a reminder for us that we need to rethink our assessment. Where I teach nowadays, they only care about grades, they only care about books, they only care about exams. They don't have this idea of projects or group of projects or trying to they don't have that perspective of formative assessment. They are mostly focused on summative assessment. So AI can provide this potential for us, and it can help us as learners and educators to focus on the depth over the shallow breadth of AI tools or learning materials. Before I move to talk about Magic School AI, these are some of the discussions I think we all need to take into account. These are some of the questions that came to my mind really recently, like today and yesterday. I was preparing for this presentation that we need to review most best practices for instructions. I mean, it's not possible to use all AI tools that are available in our classroom because every day there's something new, there's always something new. And as we speak, someone might have published a new AI tool. So it's really hard to put this into instruction and to practice all the time. We need to think about the process over the content and the skill rather than the output. And this is important because output it can be easily done. Just use when students just use AI tools, they can have the output in seconds. But if we teach them or we inspire them as teachers, as educators, how to use these AI tools, how they can as a skill, and how the process, for example, the process of writing, not the output of writing. I think these things matters, and PD opportunities, professional development opportunities for us as educators and teachers is really important nowadays. There are so many websites and platforms and AI tools, and they provide lots of opportunities for teachers to get certified. Magic School AI is one of these platforms. I'll be talking about it after this slide, I guess. And again, we need to be sure we have to think about that AI. How can we use AI to personalize and differentiate learning? And again, the policy of our school or university about the language or the protocol of the classroom. All right, and this is another quote from the same doctor. He was on Twitter the other day. Now less people are focusing on creative writing and theater and music, on art and philosophy, public speaking, classrooms. I think we need these skills more than ever. These are skills. These are not the outputs. The output is not as important now as the skill, because most people now they're trying to focus on AI, neglecting these more human things, more these voices, more creative or elective courses. I think we need as teachers to help our students, engage them in these activities. It's not all about AI. We have to make a balance. Pedagogy and technology should go hand in hand together. Okay. So if you curious about AI tools and the best AI tools, I have found this post recently. You can find I have retweeted this on my X Twitter previously. This is my handle. You can find it. It's the last tweet on my account. Quizzes platform is one of these new features. They have been around for a long time. However, they have added a lot of new features, AI features in their platform. Please go check it out after the sessions. Today's session, they have you can get certified as well. They have professional development courses there as well. All right, now let's go to Magic School AI. I have been using this platform for the last year, and it has reduced my preparation time of lesson plans from 40 minutes down to 10 to 12 minutes. And when I was preparing for my CELTA, I did not use Magic School for lots of reasons. I wanted to work on teaching without using technology most of the time. So when we were doing the CELTA course, we had to spend between 4 to 5 hours preparing our lessons, and it was really hard to do that. It was really confusing. But with Magic School AI, there are lots of potential. So teachers are really overworked, and we are really tired, and we are really exhausted. And I think we all agree on this. It's not only teachers in the USA, it's teachers everywhere. And we wait for weekends, and we wait for holidays, and still it's too hard. It's too much work that we have to deal with. But the thing about Magic School AI is that it can save us lots of hours, lots of time. in lesson planning and communicating with parents, and then in meeting with faculty, and much more. They have now more than 1 million users, and they're growing. They have lots of workshops and conferences in the US, in the UK. I hope they're coming soon to Scotland. And it's really easy to use. All you need to do is have an account, and that's that. If you are interested in learning more about how other teachers are using this, they have something called Magic of the Wall of Love. You can explore. They have teachers. They post how they can use this platform in their teaching. I'll send the link at the end of the session for this one. All right. So Magic School AI is a platform that has more than 60 AI-powered tools, from lesson planning to communication buttons to menu. You can work it in. You can use it only for teachers. And very, very, very soon, as you can see, Magic Student is coming very soon. You can join the wait list from here. I'm gonna take you to the platform itself in a second, but I will show you how can Magic School AI help us as teachers. So many ways. I can't really cover them in 1 hour, or I think I have less than an hour now. So these are some of the ways that they can help. Creating rubrics for your students. You can specify, you give like specific details for your rubric. You can create a class a newsletter, or for like, could be daily, it could be weekly, it could be monthly. You can do that, and it generates original content based on your input and your information. And one of the good things I think about Magic School AI, that you don't have to be creative when you write your prompt. It's if you write your prompt in keywords, it would understand what you want to say, and it would provide you with these materials. Okay, if you have your phone with you, please go ahead and scan, or you can just visit this website to sign up for Magic School AI. I'll be working you through the details, like step by step, on how you can use Magic School AI today. Right, once you do that, all you can sign up with your Google account or Microsoft. You can create an account. All of them work really fine, really easy. So once you open it, just gonna give you a minute for others to join. Okay. So this is Magic School AI. Yes. So as you see, this is the Magic School AI, the first page that you see once you log in into the platform. Here you can find the tools, the different tools that you can use in Magic School AI. Every button, it will open a new menu of tools that you can use. You can easily search for them from here, or you can search from this button in here. Just you just write the name of the tool that you want, and it would appear. Or you can just scroll from here, and you can see the different tools that you can use with Magic School AI. Again, one of the tools that I really love is that when I want when I like a tool, a specific tool that I want to use it again, I just can click on favorite button and save it in my favorites, so I don't have to find it again. It's just there, and I can easily use it. Here I'll come back to this part in a second. Sorry. So as I said, you can now I'm gonna open a tool. Lesson plan is one of my favorite tools, obviously. So here's the new platform you will see once you click on any tool that you want to work on or to want to explore. So it will appear like this. You can choose the grade that you want. You have from a pre-K, you have university now included in Magic School AI. In the previous couple of months ago, they did not have university included, but now they have university included. You can add the topic, standard or objective. You don't have to write in details. However, if you write in details, that would really help. You can add additional criteria, and you can upload any like a file that you want to include information about your criteria here, or you can just write. And if you have any standards, like specific standards, you can click on that. And if you're not really sure how you can use this specific tool, the best way to do that is to click on exemplar in here. It will give you an instant example that you can see. So if you click here, it will give you an example of a way that you can use this specific tool with. So 6th grade, they give you the topic, the additional criteria, and once you click generate, it will generate a lesson plan for you in details. And your lesson plan is ready. It's well detailed. If you don't like a specific part, you can edit it you can ask more questions. You can edit in a way. I'll show you like how you can edit that. You can edit the prompt from here if you like you do not like specific parts, or you want to add more information or take less information from this website from your specific plan or lesson plan that you wanted to make. But also, if you come here, you can talk and you can edit your questions. You have suggestions here at the end of the lesson plan. You have suggestions that you might include. If you click, for example, if you click on any of them, they would like give alternative, in this case, alternative examples or different examples for independent practice activity. And the more you click, the more suggestions that you have. Now, in the actions button in here, if you click here, you will have the translate section. In translate, you can translate to almost any language. I think we have access to 75 languages so far. You can make questions, multiple choice questions. You can add free questions based on the topic that you have created a lesson plan about. If the lesson plan is too long, or the questions are too long, or the paragraph is too long, you can make it shorter, or you make it longer. You can summarize it if you want. You want to summarize a sentence, a paragraph, or you can put them in bullet points, or you can make it have more custom prompts in here. You can add your own prompt as well. Now, now how you can save your materials. So you can save them in different way. You can copy them from here and paste them anywhere you want in Microsoft Office or something. You can save them. If you just click save, you can save them on the same platform. And also you can export them to Google Documents, Microsoft Word, or you just can print them. If you are working with multiple choice questions, for example, I'm gonna just show you here like choice, for example. Yeah, multiple choice assessment. And I'm going to go with example just to show you something really quick. And I have 5 questions. I can have them transferred as, okay, my questions. Sorry. So I have these 5 questions. I don't have to, I want to just put them in Microsoft Forms. I can easily do that. I don't have to make it one by one. I can just Microsoft Forms or Google Forms, and now I would have just export them, and you would have them as like in Google Forms, and it's really easy to send them to your students. Another thing I wanted to mention is my favorite part is Rihanna. Rihanna is sort of like my girlfriend in Magic School AI. She knows everything. Everything you ask her, she really answers. And in this case, Rihanna is sort of ChatGPT-ish tool. It answers any questions that you have about AI or content suggestions that you want to ask about specific tools. It always gives you an ideas of what can you do with your students in the classroom. Again, it has similar actions, but for example, if you ask anything about your content or about classroom, or you want to create specific materials, you can send them here, and Rihanna asks. She knows everything. One of the good features as well in Magic School AI is that once you create a content, the output does not go away. You can always access it in output history. It does not go away at all, even if you have used something from months ago or from a year ago. It stays where it is. It does not really go away. So you can easily go back to that. And again, with magical students, you can join the waitlist if you want to experiment with your students. In the love part, as I said, you can see what other teachers are saying about that. You can, for the training, they have professional development materials that you can use. I strongly recommend you to go for level 1, level 2, and level 3. After level 3, you can apply to get certified as Magic School AI trainer, and they provide you with, if you based in the USA, they provide you with a professional development pack. They send it to your address, as far as I remember. But also they provide you with resources if you want to train other teachers about Magic School AI. Gonna go back to my presentation if there's things I have not really
Sorry,
covered.
Khaled,
Yes.
I believe we only have 2 minutes left. So,
Hey,
yeah,
all right.
I'm
I was
sorry to
gonna
interrupt.
do this, but we will not do that. So sorry.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
love it if you can experiment with Magic School AI and tag me on Twitter and LinkedIn. I would love to see what you have done with Magic School AI. I want to learn about your experiences with Magic School AI. I'm really intrigued about how people use Magic School AI in their classroom. I'm gonna finish with this poem that I really love when it comes to AI. Uh, because some people prefer to use AI only. They try not to, especially with the students. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the poem. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Now I let it fall back in the grasses. I hear you. I know this life is hard now. I know your days are precious on this earth. But what are you trying to be free of? The living, miraculous task of it. Love is for the ones who love the work. So this is a real poem written by Joseph Fasano to talk about students who use AI to write the papers in the classroom. Thank you so much for coming for today's session. I hope you learned something new. I hope it was meaningful to you. If you need a version of my PowerPoint, please send me an email, and I'm happy to do that. That's all for me.
Thank you so